What's up, Mommy Mob? It's your girl B.Wilder, and I am back with another episode of the Momcast. Y'all know we need a little bit of commotion for the Momcast. Alrighty, so for episode 3, we have a lot to unpack, y'all. This is a lot. And we have a guest today. Before we get into the guest, I do have a few things that I want to touch base on. I took a little mental health break last week, little intermission, because it was my deceased son's, Braylon's, 10th birthday. And we just said it's been
10 years.
10 years. So it was his 10th birthday. I couldn't even I was going to show footage of me like decorating the grave and stuff. I couldn't do anything. When I tell you it poured down raining the whole entire day, I just went to the grave, rolled down the window and just sat there and just talked to him. The graveyard plays music and stuff. So I was there for an hour. I actually recorded my video talking about
the other
when
site.
they removed the headstone.
And we was talking about it.
Yeah. That I recorded that at the graveyard. Disturbing the dead. But that's where I was at.
They are going to hell for real.
God, you know my heart, forgive me. But that was on my heart at the time, so I had to get it out. I was trying to wait for it to stop raining, but it didn't. So I was like, you know what? Let me talk to my supporters. But I do want to touch base on a few things. So I'm heavy on social media. You're from Philly, so you know LGP
Yeah.
the voice of the youth. I just want to send my love to his family. I've lost a child, so I know how hard that is, especially when you have a good kid who's pushing a great message. That had to be the hardest blow to take. So I want to send my love and condolences to his family. Also, if you heavy on TikTok, then you know Aunt D. She has Shay and Bria. They're her daughters that are autistic.
The mental health.
Mental health world. Her son committed suicide.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I want to send my love to her as well. It's crazy how all this stuff is taking place, and everybody has boys. Everybody has sons. So it's just hitting me. I'm I have to touch base on that because I just want to pay my respects, send my love, because I know that's a forever hard pill to swallow. I also wanted to get into Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig. Your kids watch Peppa Pig?
No.
Girl, Mommy Pig done had another baby, child. Shout out to Peppa Pig mom. She done had another baby. I think her name Evie or something like that. If your kids watch Peppa Pig, ask them about Mommy Pig. She done had another baby. So congrats to her on her newest addition to the family.
Okay.
What else did I want to say? Oh, I also wanted to speak on the Father's Day giveaway. So the Father's Day giveaway has been doing great, but I need y'all to really tap in. Come on. Free Eagles versus Cowboy tickets. I need y'all to tap in a little bit more, okay? I'm going to extend the giveaway, but I need y'all to tap in. It's simple. It's easy. All you got to do is follow all my platforms and comment done, and you're in. We will be announcing the winner on the Father's Day special. So make sure y'all tapping into that. Also, I haven't got any requests yet for shouting out a mom that's been doing great. It's so many moms out here that's doing a great job. It's not going to kill y'all to take 5 seconds to shoot me an email and give these moms a shout out. Okay? My husband's friend, he like my little brother. We only a year apart, but I treat him like little brother. His name Camille. He wanted me to shout out a few people. I'm not sure if he exactly who he said, but I think one person name was Deborah and the other person name was Q. So shout out to y'all for being great moms. Can we get some commotion for the good moms out here? I didn't want to forget that. That's been sitting in my brain for the last 2 weeks because, we skipped a couple of weeks of shooting. I also wanted to talk about I wanted to, before we get into you, Porsche, I want to talk about finding yourself as a mom, like as not as a mom, as an individual again after having children. That is like something that I'm really, really, really battling with lately. Like I have a few alterations that I would like to do to myself. And I think I'm gonna, tackle that because it's just like, why not? Like, I'm a great mom and I know that. And then just like after that, I'm like bad bitch immediately after.
Period.
So I'm just trying to get the bad bitch to the highest level possible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I really want to know, like, what do you do to feel like yourself again after having children? What are some things, if you know, because we can ask the people too. But what are some of the things that you do to feel like yourself again after having these babies?
Well, my baby is only 4 months. So
that's why I'm asking you, because it's like I know you're probably in that right now.
I'm in that right now. It was a few things I did. I started, the gym was one.
Okay.
Like first of all, I still don't know myself. I'm still trying to figure out my likes and my dislikes. I really am. And that's outside of my children.
That's a fair statement because my baby just turned 1 and I know me, but some days I'm like, do I know me?
Yeah, it's like everything that you like now is went out the window because you got to do everything based on your kids. Mm-hmm. So it's like when I try to go back to the things I thought I liked before the kids, it's like, I don't like that no more. So now I got to find this new person. You be a new person every time you have children.
Yeah.
And then you got the man. You got, you be focused on your man. You thinking the things he like, you like.
Yeah.
And I don't I don't even like that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like I only participate because you
like it. I'm really compromising. Yeah.
But I started like, this is my first full set since I had the baby. Literally.
Period, French.
I went got my nail. Yeah,
I just went today.
I bought a wig.
Period.
I thought I wanted short hair. After I had a baby, I don't want short hair no more. Yeah. So I got this unit made.
Mm-hmm.
I just been like trying to do stuff for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking. I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm still trying to run out the house without no kids, which is hard when you got 5 of them in the house. So it's like,
and there's 7 people in there.
There's 7 people in there. Like, somebody always asks, like, can I go? Can I go? It's like, no. Like,
yeah, like
right now, my favorite outing is Walmart. Like, I don't really.
Mine's be Target, and I know y'all probably gonna beat me up about that.
Yes. But come on,
maybe
get it together.
I'm doing the best that I can.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I do.
You be in there, don't you?
I don't go in. I do the online and do pickup.
Porsha, it's the same thing.
So it's the same thing. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Target is so much organized.
That's what it is. My house already cluttered. Exactly. I don't want to go to Walmart and it's cluttered too.
When we just went to Disney, I needed some outfits. I know I could go right on Target website. I got 2 outfits. I went to the pickup and was in the car, and I pulled right back off. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so
I haven't walked through, but I did the drive-through.
Respectfully, Target is just, they have some of the stuff that Walmart don't have. So I have to go there sometimes. Like, if y'all got a problem with that, I need y'all to open another store that's similar because
I'm more organized. Because
Target I'm going to go.
It's a peace of mind. Walmart, everything be everywhere, like
all the time.
Yeah, Walmart, everything.
Them prices be right though.
Yes,
they
are right.
Yo, let me tell y'all, to the moms who buy their kids like Gucci, Fendi, Prada, shout out to you.
Walmart stepped their game up with their clothes,
and they did, and that's why my kids will be granimals. I'm granimal my kids to death, baby.
Okay,
yeah.
Girls' dresses. It's usually I want. I got 2 little ones.
They be cute.
They so cute. Target,
they got Cat and Jack though. Cat and Jack.
But Target, Cat and Jack, me having a 17-year-old now and a 6-year-old, they rerun their clothes.
Kiki's 17.
Kiki is 17. So Target rerun their
stuff. Porsha, we're literally related through Meta. We are family members through Meta. Like, literally, like, we are social media sisters. Seriously, this is crazy.
Common law.
No, seriously.
10 years. It's common law.
Seriously, like, if she get locked up, call me. I'm going to get her. I'm her sister. I promise you.
Yeah, it's Kiki is 17. So Walmart been definitely up in they thing with the clothes.
Yeah, they've been doing good. Yeah. Target been having Target. I can't get them from my head. Walmart been doing good. Yeah. I'm Target crazy. Let me tell y'all a funny story real quick, and we gonna get into Porsha. My daughter went online, and my daughter is super intelligent. Like, she's 6. She's in kindergarten, but Yari is very intelligent. She read something that what she got from the article is that Target wasn't letting black people in no more. She ran in the room with my husband like, Daddy, Target is not letting black people in the store no more. So he had to like break it down to her like, baby, that's not what's going on. It's not that they're not like letting black people in, they're just not choosing to go.
Yeah.
This girl stood in the door and said, well, I choose to go. I want to go. I choose to go to Target. Like, she loved Target. I have made her Target crazy. So, Target, y'all gonna have to get it together. I can't keep defending y'all. I can't keep defending y'all. Y'all gonna have, and your prices be a little higher and I still be in there. So, y'all gonna have to get it together. Because, like, how much can I take? Like, it's me against the world. Like, y'all gonna have to take
They're gonna come for you. They're gonna come for you.
Seriously, they're gonna eat me up after this. Like, help me. Do something. But we gonna get into our guest, y'all. This is my social media sister, Porsha. It has been a long, long time. So, I hate to say it this way, but me and Porsha kind of like trauma bonded. Like, we were going through similar situations at the same time, around the same time, and that's kind of how we found each other. Crazy enough, but that's exactly how we met. Well, this is our first meeting.
It is.
So I love this because this is so anticipated. But this is our first link up.
We get invited to birthday parties, weddings.
Girl, we gotta do better. We both got the same family size now, so we need to really figure out what we need to do to make this work. Seriously. But yeah, me and Porsha were kind of like trauma bonded. We have experienced similar pains around the same time, and that's how we found each other. So I want to give Porsha the stage to speak a little bit on her experience and how, we end up connected like this. So I'm going to give you the stage. I want you to basically just speak about time frames, Camille, and what happened. I want you to what we came to do today.
I do.
Exactly. So you don't have to answer every question because what people think of you is none of your fucking business.
At all.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I really don't care.
Exactly. What people think of you is none of your business.
None of my business. It has nothing to do with me.
Exactly. Whatever y'all made up in your head is on y'all.
Yes.
But there is, I'm going to say fair unanswered questions. So I'm going to give you the stage to speak. And we just want to know, like, what happened with Camille?
Cam is what, 10 now?
It's been 10 years.
Yeah, Cam is 10. When Cam was 10 months, he caught septic shock. Okay. The first day he had a fever.
Okay.
I picked him up from daycare. He had a fever. I took him to the hospital.
And
how break his fever?
How old was he at this time?
He was 10 months.
Okay.
Remember, we was both
at 10 months. Oh my God, these 10s.
And I took him to the hospital. They brushed it off. Children's Hospital. They brushed it off and was like, oh, he go to daycare. It's a common cold. Kids get it. Mm-hmm. Took him home. They like, if he stop eating or the fever comes back, bring him back. It was good for like a day. Not good, but I was just doing the alternating the medicines, Tylenol, the Motrin.
Like they told you, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The second day home, same thing. He started having respiratory issues. Mm-hmm. About 4 or 5-ish o'clock, took him to the hospital. And by the time I had to work. So I was doing 3 levels too late for me to call out. So he went to the hospital. I don't want to speak on that. That person took him, but he went to the hospital. And he by the time I got there at 11, they said it was like pneumonia. They think it was pneumonia.
Okay.
I am going to say it was this black doctor that came to me, and she was like whispering. It was like, I don't think it's pneumonia. And I'm like, at the time, I don't know. I'm like, I'm in the hospital. Y'all wouldn't know better. So it was like,
girl.
he had this only a little bit of fluid on his lungs.
That
I
gave me
don't think
chills.
it's pneumonia. So I'm just like, okay. At the time, I'm not thinking she's trying to give me
a
any type
sign
of
to like
signs
make
and
them do further
make
testing.
some noise.
Yeah.
Okay, we just go to sleep. I go to sleep with my son.
Yeah.
I got woken up about maybe like 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 to 5 o'clock. I can't remember. A lot of things, it was a blur. His oxygen level dropped. His respiratory is low, and his stomach extended out really big. It looked like he was backed up bowels.
Okay.
His nurse is running like we on
And
our
I
way
didn't
to
know
get,
that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Remember his stomach without all of
I remember once he got in there, but I didn't know that was like a part of his symptoms before you took him back. Okay.
So we they rushed us to ultrasound. And like at this point he's like lifeless. Like it's just like
Okay.
like, and his nurse is like killing the ultrasound tech, like hurry up.
Yeah.
Like hurry up. They doing it. It came back, it looked like he was full of bowels.
Okay.
In his stomach. They rushed him straight to the surgery.
Okay.
He gets the surgery. By then, it's probably like 7. I can't. Like I said, everything was a blur.
I understand that.
My mom,
100%.
my family, everybody come in there. The surgeon come back out like, it's not no bowels in there. So we like, good. Okay, good. So,
Yeah, but why is he like...
They're like, but we don't know why. Is his stomach expanding?
Yeah.
We don't know why.
Okay.
So it's like, okay. So they're like, well, he's going to go to ICU and we'll come get you. I couldn't sit there. Like, I couldn't sit there.
Yeah, like
I got up. I walked chopped floors. And so I'm looking at the signs to find ICU.
Yeah.
I find ICU. I go in the, I found my son. It's like literally 20, 25 people in there.
Pause there. The moment that I knew my son was not teething, because that's what they told me it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to mess up your timeline, but I have to get this out because that is crazy. The moment that I knew my son wasn't just teething is when I went to the caf to get breakfast. And I never ate the breakfast because when I got upstairs, my fucking appetite left.
Mm-hmm.
Every doctor, I promise you, in that hospital had their rolling desk and was in front of his door.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this ain't no teething. This is something is serious.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
So it was doctors, it was nurses, it was CNAs, and he's laying on the table, and they're poking him. They putting PICC lines in the neck, they putting needles in the leg, they putting fluid running.
Were you like freaked out? Did you panic?
No, I literally
froze.
I was
froze. He was in shock.
I was like having an out of body experience.
Me too.
I'm just watching, and I'm noticing him not moving when he's getting poked with the needles. Girl. So I'm like,
this is
what's
not
going
normal.
on?
Yeah.
Like, like they don't see me. Everybody just running around and I'm literally standing in the middle of the room. It felt like, it was just like, you know how the movies be, you just like, what's going on? Like, literally out of body experience.
Like when you're high and you're in your head and you see everybody around you moving around and talking, but you can't really hear nobody.
Nobody not seeing me. And so I was like, is he sedated? And it was just one doctor. I remember her look. It was the I'm sorry look. Like, like
and we can do type of look. We did all we can do.
She was like, no. Like, he's not sedated. But I'm trying to, as a baby, if somebody's sticking you a needle, you're screaming, you're hollering, you're crying.
Yeah, and kicking and all that.
He was lifeless on the table. And she was like, no. So I started saying his name. I'm like, Cam. Like, I'm Cam.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess I'm assuming is worry on my face. Mm-hmm. So they like, Cam, Camille. They like smacking him, like trying to get him to come to. Like, so I guess to try to make me feel better. They, Cam. I'm like, Dink. I used to call him Dink.
Yeah, I
Dink,
remember.
Dink. And God, my witness. This is one of the times I knew my son was going to be okay. He like literally was like, looked right at me like, yes, ma. Like, it was just like open his eyes. And they all like, oh my God, what? Like, they was in shock.
Yeah.
Like, what the freak is this? Like, what you calling him? Child, and they calling him ding, 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 ding. You know, cocaine.
Right, whatever you said.
Yeah.
Whatever
like,
you
they
said.
They like,
let me say what she said.
Let me say what she said. He like looked right at me, but then he just went right back out. And I don't know. I don't know what happened after that. Like,
was he like going unconscious, you think?
He went back unconscious.
Okay.
And they put him in a induced coma. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened with my family. I don't know what happened.
It's a blur.
It was like everything was a blur.
Your brain probably just couldn't register that happening. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I walked out. Did I stay in? I don't know. I don't know. I just know, like, days later, he's in a coma. His stomach got bigger. I do remember his stomach getting bigger where they had to move his bowels outside the stomach now.
I remember that.
They kept saying, that's all I remember is every day by day it kept expanding.
So that's why they had it outside.
Yeah, because
it was too big to be inside.
They put it back in when they did the surgery. Now it was like stretching out so much that it was outside the stomach.
Okay.
And I remember him just being in a coma, and I remember one day they like, it's not getting good. You might need to call your family. And I'm like, okay. My mom was up there. My mom, my sister, my stepdad, the other person. I'm sorry, I just can't give him any nothing.
Yeah, he don't need no recognition. We don't have to.
That little 2 weeks that he was there. I mean, probably week and a half. The doctor came, Dr. Adams. I love Dr. Adams to this day. I need to actually reach out to him. He was the best doctor ever. Like, I went to Dr. Adams. I said, speak to me in my words.
In layman's terms.
My language. Yeah. I don't know nothing. Like,
tell me what's going on.
Don't sugarcoat nothing. He never did. The whole 18 months, never did. And he came to me. He was like, he only have a 10% chance of living. You need to call your family. And my mom and it was there at the time. And he was like, you want me to tell him? And I'm like, no, I got it. Like, I'm just like super strong. Like, I got it. Like, I don't know. I probably already had it in the back of my head. This is a possibility.
Girl.
I go to my mom and I sit outside. We all sit outside his room. They like, what he say? And I'm like, he said, and I just started screaming.
You ain't know that was coming.
I didn't know. I didn't feel it at all. I'm like, you want me to? I'm like, no, I got it. And I already went over there, like, just walked there, like, what happened? I'm like, he said we need to call, and it just started screaming. I just like screaming, fell out, everything. Like, I was like, I got me up, I'm in a wheelchair. Like, that's all I knew. My mom went to the doctor, like, what happened? What did you tell her? And we called the family. Everybody was coming up there. And I just always was in disbelief. Like, you couldn't, like, I'm waiting. I'm in the family with my family talking, and like all the doctors kept coming, like, I'm so sorry. I'm Dr. So-and-so. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I remember just one time, I was so tired of the sorries. This lady came over to me like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I pushed her face.
Like, bitch.
I was like, Mom. And I'm looking at my mom. I was like, Mom, can you please tell these doctors my son is alive and stop coming saying sorry? And she was like, I love that. So sorry. You're right. I'm so sorry. I just didn't like
you
believe,
still
like,
sorry.
Yeah, like, you still sorry.
You still sorry.
I'm still like, my mom like, can y'all like stop?
Get her,
tell everybody to stop coming and saying sorry. Like, her son is still alive. And he didn't pass. Like, the days went on, and
God is amazing.
He got it so good. Like, of course, I prayed more than I ever prayed in my life. And the days went on, and it was like miracles.
Every day he did something different.
He's getting better. He's getting better to the point it was like, if we keep him here, we have some medicine for him. His pressure dropped. But when it comes with substance, you get is the blood poisoner. So you get
Okay.
an
Is it like
infection.
infection in your
Yeah,
blood, right?
the
Okay.
infection goes in your bloodstream.
So sepsis is his diagnosis at that
Yes.
time.
We
Okay.
never found out what the infection was because it started off with an infection.
Mm-hmm.
I got checked. The other person got checked. They did all types of blood work. We don't know if it was because you could get it from UTIs. You could get it from a cut in your finger that you didn't clean properly, and it goes in your bloodstream. It's like different things where you could catch it. We never knew if it was a UTI, if it was just a cut, if it was. We never know. All we know was just septic shock. Like,
Okay, so
it's 3
septic
different
shock.
stages: it's septic, it's sepsis, septic shock, and severe septic. Septic shock is the last one.
Okay.
He was straight into septic shock.
Okay.
Um,
At what point did his limbs go?
Septic causes your pressure to drop.
Okay.
So they said if we give him the medicine, which was like the doses he needed was for a grown person, it was going to take all his pressure and make his heart stronger. So they said the blood flow was going to stop flowing to his hand because the medicine goes up instead of going out.
Okay.
So they would say it's going to go up to his heart. He's going to eventually lose his hands and his feet. But they did say it was the machine at Penn. Penn is that Penn right next to University of Penn that probably can do massages to help him. But he was so severe they didn't want to transfer him.
Okay.
And they didn't have Penn didn't have all the equipment
that they
Chop
needed.
had. And they couldn't transfer it over.
Right.
Penn had, I pray Chop had that machine now that they had.
Yeah, because it could have saved his limbs.
It could have saved his limbs. And I'm like, literally out of my mouth, said, do what y'all need to do. Like, I would carry my son on my back for the rest of my life if I had to. And I stood on it. And I carried my son on my back.
Period.
He's 61 pounds, and baby, he's getting picked up like it's nothing.
So big
like,
and so
big. And that's because once he started that medicine, the blood flow stopped going to his hands and his feet to keep his heart going.
How do you feel like you processed that at that time? Like, I know everything else was a blur, but when you got to the point like, okay, he could possibly live, but his limbs may go, and then you see them going, how did you feel?
I feel like I was more in shock. I still was confused.
Okay.
But I was just so strong. Like, since they told me, it was like, okay, like it's happening. Like, it was like it gradually happened, and then Camille, he's special. Like, you saw that. Like, he never gave me pain. He never felt like he was in pain. He saw it for himself. Like, he would lift his hand up and see it, but he still was so happy. Like, people were on social media like, he on drugs, he doped up. That's why he's so happy. And it's like, no, he's really not. Like, he's not.
Girl.
So, seeing him
I got a love-hate
relationship
with them damn people.
Child. Seeing him handle it so good made me handle it. Now, when it was time for the surgery,
that's when it hit.
That's when he did it back to back. First one was his hands. His hands was going. He came back. His hands was going. And I think I was fine. I feel like I was okay.
Okay. Because you knew what was happening, but to actually see it was like different.
When it came back, it was wrapped up. So it still kind of looked like he had hands. It didn't look like they was missing. Legs.
The legs did it.
The legs did it. He go into surgery, and then I want to tell this. I want to tell all this whole story. I was trying to move out of where I was living at because I was.
And I just want to take your hands because I literally want this to feel like therapy to women who come sit on this couch because it's so much stuff that moms hold in that they need to get out.
Yeah, because I don't want to. No, it's about the sperm donor, and I just don't want to give him no energy right now. But I'm going to tell that whole day.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was trying to move out from where I was living at because of him. Kept being her ass. It was just toxic.
Yeah.
And I had a meeting with a housing place, and I had to go. Like, it was like that's the only time I could go. And he had surgery, so I went. I saw my baby through. Put him in the ER in the surgery room. Gave him told him I'd see him later. Yeah. Ran to the meeting, and I'm like, you going to stay here. Like, you stay in case they need us.
Right.
You stay. I'm going to go to this meeting. I'll be right back.
Exactly.
Okay. Go to the meeting. I went to my house first. No, I think I went straight to the meeting. I forgot some paperwork at home. I had to fly back from North Philly to South Philly. As I'm pulling up to go to my house, this is his neighborhood. This nigga was standing outside shaking people's hands, smoking marijuana while my baby was in surgery, getting his legs cut off.
So you think he at the hospital?
I'm thinking he's at the hospital.
And he out there shooting the shit.
I pull up, turn in. He wasn't expecting to see me because I'm supposed to be in North Philly doing what I need to do.
Exactly.
And he's out there, and I just freak. I just called my mom, called my mom, my sister, like screaming, like, somebody please get there.
Yeah.
Like, I still couldn't get there. Like, I knew at that moment I really had to move out of this neighborhood and away from him because you don't mean us no good.
Yeah.
Like, it's still, my whole thing was still, I gotta move.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm screaming and hollering, calling my mom, my sister, like, please somebody get to the hospital with my baby. Like, if this is last go, I don't want him to be alone. Like, that was my whole thing. My sister ran up there. I did what I had to do. Still didn't even get the house. I made too much money.
But you was making moves.
But I was trying for me and my kids. So by the time he come home, he could be
part of the process.
Everything.
Right.
I get to the hospital. They bring him back. Nobody, of course, nobody's attention there. Nobody's saying shit to him. Nobody, my sisters and them there. And he came back in the room, and they transferred him from the bed. And when they picked him up,
he had no feet.
He had like got low, below the knee amputation.
Yeah, right.
His leg, like when it dangled, like once it dropped and like dangled in the doctor arm, I was just like, like
I can imagine that, like taking your breath away.
Everything out of me. I just ran in the bathroom. I just cried, because it just like. Was like, oh, what the heck is going on? Like, just like, what's
like
going
I knew
on?
what was going on, but seeing it is a different.
Know, when stuff like that going on, you just be like, God, I need you to tell me why. Like, you be like, this happened. Everybody lying. This happened for a reason. Why? Why is this happening? Like, this is really real now. Like,
some people never get that answer, honestly, but that's definitely, and they said don't question God, but when you're in those situations, it's very hard to not question.
It's God. It's hard to question it, like not question it, because like you grow up, you see the people from the military, the army outside asking for change. You don't see this on the regular. You don't see it in a 10-month-old, like unless they're born with no missing hands. It's like freak that. Like my thing was, what did I do so bad? That was what I wanted to know. What did I do so bad that my son is going through this?
And that's a fair question.
So it was like,
that's a fair question. I want to give. This is an exclusive too. I don't think I've ever told anybody this, probably but my best friend or my husband. When I lost Braylon in the hospital, I had got an abortion the day before.
Wow.
So I was in there in pain. I was in there bleeding. I was already in an emotional state because nobody wants to get an abortion, but I was 22 years old. I had just got my first apartment. I was already working like a dog. Like I was working at a job where I had to work 11 to 8 every single day. And then they had a mandatory 10 hours of overtime. So I was going to work every day from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. I was already away from Braylon way more than I wanted to be. So I'm like, I can't keep this baby. Like I get sick as a dog. I don't know if y'all ever heard of like hyperemesis gravidarum.
My best friend has it.
Yeah. That's me with every baby. I'm like severely sick with my kids. So I'm like, if I keep this baby, I'm going to lose my job, and then I'm going to lose this apartment, and then I'm going to be no longer able to care for Braylon. So I have to get rid of this baby. So I had just had an abortion. And when he was passing at the hospital, I was like, my mind was all over the place because I'm like, damn, am I being punished for getting an abortion? But no, I'm like, nah. I'm not being punished for getting an abortion. But if I wouldn't have got an abortion and then he passed away, I would have miscarried from stress and depression. So sometimes you just be trying to figure out an answer and you just can't give yourself one. And God will send you signs later on. But in that moment, if you ever going through some type of traumatic experience, You cannot question God because all you're going to do is drive yourself crazy. You're not going to get those answers right then and there. So I totally get that. I felt that. I went through that.
It's I had an abortion before Camille.
Really?
Literally.
Wow.
I had an abortion in January and got pregnant again in April by his father. And I kept my baby. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this again.
Yeah.
So that was going on in my brain also.
Right.
Like, is it because I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like I had Kiki, so I had to stay strong. Like
Exactly.
I had Kiki. I had the same thing. I had to go back to work. I had bills to pay. I had a car to take care of, rent to pay. So, but it's still. Then I kind of kicked. I jumped out of it. I did jump out of like why me, and it was like then I did the why not me. Like who are you? Why you think you so much better than that? It couldn't happen to you.
Yeah.
Like then when I met you, and your son didn't make it, and it's like. Don't question God because you have your son. Like, you know what I'm saying? I try, even to this day, I'm like not a why me person.
Yeah.
Like, I try to see the best in everything. I don't care how bad things are going. I just try to bring the positive out of it because I went through what I went through. And I saw the miracles. Even with everything going on in Philadelphia, like, as much as I hate Philly, I have a love-hate with Philly because Philly showed up when it came down to my son.
And we're going to get into that.
Philly showed
We're going to get into
I had
that
a love,
for sure.
Even 10 years later, I still was in Disney and they like, Porsha, like, like I have a love-hate because of what's going on, these little young niggas, but I have a love-hate relationship with Philly. But, Chop. Chop did this to my son. Chop, your last episode when you and your best friend was talking about
not talking about the hospitals.
Yeah, the hospitals. I had a bad experience with all my children being a black woman.
Oh,
every last one.
Yeah, that's exactly why I have my experience as well here.
And but Chop used my son as a guinea pig. Chop wrote the book on sepsis, where all the hospitals use their manual, and you give vancomycin when you got sepsis. They knew my baby had sepsis, and they chose to give him, I don't know the other antibiotics, but he was like 2 or 3 different antibiotics to see what would happen.
And it didn't work out.
Instead of fixing them, it made it worse. Because by the time he was in there, he was at probably regular sepsis or probably severe sepsis. So by them not giving him,
makes me angry though.
The correct medicine and use them and just say, let's see what this help. They caused it to go as bad as it did.
When they could have did something different.
They could have stopped it right then and there with the vancomycin. They would have given vancomycin. I don't know, my guy. I don't believe in things happen for a reason, but it wouldn't have did what it
did to Kim, right?
Yeah. So they used him as a guinea pig, and I didn't find out till later. That was the ER. I want to say once we did get to the floor,
it was better.
It was the best care
okay.
I could ask for, down to the nurses, the doctors, and the best of the best. Of course, they're gonna give it the best of the best when you're foul sitting in the little room waiting for a lawyer to come through because they know what they did. But they definitely gave us the best of the best care. I sued, and my son's gonna be well off for the rest of his life.
How is he?
He's so good.
And he's so
just
handsome.
So chill.
He seemed like a super lady, and he seemed so strong. Like, honestly, I can't say how he feels because I'm not in his shoes. But if y'all see Cam, everything's copacetic. Like,
it really is.
Everything.
That's
like
how,
this boy go to the barbershop and everything. He is a big boy. Like he
loves
cool.
Him. He's
like
so smart.
And he's so independent.
He's so smart. He just does
that's amazing.
He have an ostomy bag. He literally just started emptying his own ostomy bag. Like I do nothing for him. The most right now is we gotta open up the food for him to eat. Other than that, he's like get dressed himself. He undressed himself. He's potty trained. He now do his ostomy bag.
Does he do you think this because this is all he knows? Do you think he remember anything from?
No, but what he does do, and it's so crazy, he takes my phone and he always go back into the pictures of him in the hospital. It's so.
He probably trying to figure out what happened to him.
And he'd tap it and then he'll give me a look like what is this? Like, what happened? I remember the first time I felt I saw him go in a mirror and lift up his leg to like see like where the rest of my leg at, because he walk on his knees. So he was in the mirror, and I was on the phone with my sister, and he really ever go in the mirror, and I'm watching him in the mirror, and he lift his leg up and he turned around to see the back of his leg, and I'm like,
he's kind of realizing.
Yeah, he realized it. As he was growing up, I always took my hand to his hand, like to show him that his hand, and it was different. Never really did it with the leg, because legs is like, but when we upstairs in the bed, I always took his, and I never called it a hand. I always be like, I don't know, your arm. Give me, boy, put your arm down. Move your arm by my face. Like, I tried not to get him confused and talk in his language as far as, I never say stomp. I just always say your arm, your arm, your arm. And I think that was the day he would go at my phone and like, and that's 10 years ago. So
he's going all the way back.
And he would just be looking. And I be like, I look over and it's like he always go to that. Like, he's trying to figure out what happened. Like, I know since he was so young, I know he don't remember. But he's very curious to know what happened. I don't know how good his mindset is to really understand.
And I was going to ask you that.
He's very smart. He can read.
He comprehends.
His comprehension is good. He can spell really good. So, like, I say, like, Cam, you was sick. Like, but I don't know, because with the pictures he had in hand, like, even down to he'll go before he got sick. And you can see that he could see he had hands. He got pictures with his hands in his mouth. He could see that he had hands. It doesn't seem to bother him at all. Like, when he's amongst people, he don't act shy. He goes in it. We had fun zone.
Yeah. I love that though.
They looking at him, me look at them like, what's wrong with y'all?
Right.
he was like, I'm gonna jump. Y'all gonna keep moving away from me? Then move away from me. Like, more room for me. Like, he don't. Sometimes when he was younger, I feel like I saw it like, because there'd be a group of kids jumping, and he'd run over there and jump, and they'd be like, and I can see it, girl, I get the cursing.
Yeah.
I get the cursing.
What's wrong with y'all?
What's wrong with y'all?
Right.
Like, he's fine.
Right.
Jump, play. Like,
mind your fucking business.
Like jump. But he just came such a long way. Like, he came such a long way. He just I'm so happy he took after me. He's so cool. He just like the coolest. I think he's the coolest kid ever. Like you said, he loves the barbershop now.
Yes, he's in there like a little grown man. I love it.
Yeah, like his little thing he go to with the grows, and it's just all guys, and he just chilling. Like, he just chilling. He's just so cool.
I'm glad that even what he went through, he's still okay.
Yeah.
I want to talk about, how do I put this? Verbally, what do they think? Because I'm like, my faith so strong, like, you can't tell me too much. Like, do you think that
it's him? It's something he have global developmental delay. So it's similar to autism, but because his came from trauma.
Okay.
So they wouldn't call it autistic. They wouldn't say he's autistic. Because before, he wouldn't be like this if
that didn't happen to him. Exactly.
So they say it's global developmental delay. He can speak. He don't like to speak. Like, I catch him saying words. Like, when we was in a rehab, he had to say words. Like, they did not play with him at Wiseman Rehab. Shout out to them in Jersey. When he came home, his favorite show was Super Y.
Okay.
So he would be in a corner, and they'd be like, what letter is this? You know how they'd be like, what letter is this? What shape is this? And he'd be like, hey, he got a deep voice. Hey. And I look over, he'll look at me like, oh shit, you heard me?
Would have scared
like, yeah, I heard you.
Scared the hell out of me.
Like, no, but I heard him at Wiseman, like, he loved fight. He's a daredevil. He loved roller coasters. He loved fast rides. He'd get on a motorcycle right now if you let him. So when we used to run him down the hallway, it'd be like, ready, set. He had to say go in order for us to run. So I already heard him saying go. And he all day long.
Yeah. Even
in the hospital. I walk in, I'm like, who was that? Kim is singing all day, Porsha. Like, that's me. So it was like ready, set, go.
Okay.
And I think go, no, it was a few different words he was saying in Wiseman. Once he came home, they told me though that it's a possibility like he may like his energy and because he was just like a happiest kid ever in the hospital. So like how he just like so I don't know how to call it. I just think he just chilled to me. I don't think it's nothing mentally wrong, but he just don't want to talk. He don't want to talk and he don't want to eat. That's the two things we're working on.
Can he eat regular like normal
He can
food?
eat. He got the swallow test done. But he only eats the baby food.
Okay.
He only eat baby food. He only eat what he like. And talking, I had a girlfriend that would irritate him so bad. She'd come and be like, hi, Cam, hi, Cam, until he say hi. He'd be like, hi.
Right, because we know,
like,
we know you can talk. Like,
it's like, hi. And it's like, even down to the youngest dad, father, he liked him a lot.
Okay.
And he walked over to him one day, was just like, you got to catch him off guard. And he was like, what's my name? He was like, what's up, Cam? What's my name? He was like, Josh. Then he looked up like, we like, oh my God. Right. The little nigga, I hear you say mom, yeah.
right. You talking about some Josh?
Like, and he looked like, oh shit, you don't want me to keep saying it. And we do. Like, he be like, what's my name?
I love that.
So he'll go in his tablet and spell it.
something.
He'll spell it and hit the word Josh. Like, stop asking me. Yeah, we're going to ask you forever.
Right.
Damn, Kiki, man, I'm mad. Because, nigga, we all in here for you. Knew you your whole life. And you just said this.
It is what it is, though. He's saying
like, but you got to catch him off guard like that where he say things. But, yeah, it's just on his time. We just on everything is just on Camille's time, and he been like that since the hospital. Cause you know he used to have a trach.
Yeah.
And when he was ready for it to come out, he would pull it off of him, and he's so smart. He would watch the physical therapist and everybody ready to dress him. They will cover the top up so that the alarm won't go off, so the people won't run in thinking he's not breathing.
He pulling it off and covering, so they won't even run in there to bother him.
He want to get to one side of the bed to the other. He would pop it off and stick it to his leg and move around. And that, like after a minute or so, it would still go off. And they'd come in here like, Camille, what are you doing? And his pulmonary doctor was like, take it off. Like, he's doing this he don't want it. Like, take it off. And literally that's how his whole everything in the hospital went. Like, Cam would tell you when he's ready.
Okay, I love
something.
that.
And they listen. And it was like literally when it came out, he pulled it out. Like it was out. We went in his room, the machine's going off, it's gone. We rushed into CHOP. They like, yeah, mom, you ready for it to come out? Because we big. And he like, Cam took it out for a reason. He's done. He's done with the trach. And I'm like, yeah, I've been done with it. Like, cause you know, with the trach, you got to walk around with all these big equipments and oxygen and suction machines. Take it out. Let's see what he gonna do. We took it out and we've been
fine ever since. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. This is a lot.
I know.
It's a lot. I'm glad you're okay though, because girl, I'm over here getting teary-eyed.
No, I'm trying to. I'm keeping it together. I'm keeping it.
You're doing good.
I haven't talked about it in like so long.
Yeah.
You know, I had stopped posting like his old pictures.
Yeah.
When he was in it, I didn't get depressed. After he came home, you know, Facebook started the Facebook memory. And I went back. I used to work overnight. And I was reading everything I was writing to keep everybody updated. And it was just like, who the fuck is this? Like,
like what this
my
happened
kid?
to me?
Like, I'm reading like, oh yeah, Kim had cold blue today and stopped breathing for 3 minutes, but he's okay now. Keep praying. I'm like,
because it's literally like when those things are happening to you, you on autopilot.
Yeah,
like you're not thinking about it. You just, I don't even know how to explain it, but no, you
like,
don't.
I really had to
feel it while you're in it.
Capacity to write this and keep people updated, and it was like it happened to me all over again. Once I started reading what happened, that's when everything hit me bad. Like that's when the depression hit real bad, the anxiety hit real bad. It was bad. It was really bad for me for a while.
How did you manage to make it through that? Also, while adjusting to all the care that he needed, like when he came home, how you call him Superman though? You're a superwoman, honey.
I don't know. I wanted my baby home so bad, and it was hell when we came home because the nursing agencies, everybody lied, Everybody, oh, we got staffing, we got this, we got that, and I'm up 24 hours, like taking care of my son. Because no, they really don't have staffing. They really don't have
people. I remember your post about people not showing up and falling asleep.
This one nurse fell asleep with my baby. His ostomy bag bust. His NG tube came out. His trach came out, and she was downstairs asleep. And
I tried to beat her up.
It was so crazy. You know what? No, she was old.
She was
so old. She had to be about 89 years old. You know them Africans, so Haitian and African. You know they work until they can't work no more.
Jobs.
She was old.
6 jobs.
And I actually let her sleep. I let her sleep when my cat. I'm gonna tell you something about animals.
A child of God, because baby,
my cat woke me up. The cat knew something was wrong, and the cat. This was my first night getting sleep.
And it's crazy because I'm not an animal lover.
I love my cat. That cat. I love my cat.
It's the same cat. You still got it? Okay.
We got all my kids. The cat came and woke me, kept scratching at my foot, and I'm like, "Move!" My first night getting some sleep. Move. And I heard his machines going off, but I'm like, I'm still in bed. Like, all right, he have a nurse. Where's the nurse at?
Yeah, when you gonna get up? The cat
literally kept coming, like, get up. I go downstairs, my baby hanging off the bed by the tube from his neck.
Yeah, 89, 87, 76. I probably would have blacked. Like, I would have probably blacked out.
Knocked out on my couch. And I just took my son,
did what he needed.
Cleaned him up, fixed him up, and it was like the very end. She's like, "Do you need me?" He woke up. I'm just like, "No." And I literally walked right past him, went right back upstairs after I finished doing the laundry, washing clothes, and let her sleep. I felt bad. Like, I don't know. I just, like...
Porsha.
I did. Like, she was so old.
No, I feel bad. The first night you could rest. She down there resting.
This is girl hot. She was in there resting.
I gotta get me some of them.